like love, 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 and music. La la la, love, 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 and music. Love, love.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner, and this is Gossip Chat. Real easy, real simple. It's a whole little gossip chat. A couple of different stories that I didn't feel like doing a car conversation because I wanted to have a couple of pictures popping up here and there, and also I didn't want to forget what to talk about. So, Gossip Chat, okay? If you have not done so, please come on to subscribe to my channel and become a whole Jaybird, dun 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 dun, and all that good shit, okay? Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe, to share the video and all that good stuff that I talk about every single video, okay? First things up. Wendy Williams, she came back to her show today and she was talking about different things and she brought up the whole scandal with her that we was talking about while she was on hiatus, you know what I'm saying? She was like, oh, let me talk about it. And guess what she talked about? That damn photo of her in the grocery store. Okay, so she said on her show, in that purple chair, thank God, the good thing about having your own show is you can discuss your own rumors. And she went on to discuss a photo of her in Walmart. She went on about how she was somewhere. She went camping at like 4 a.m. They were up at the Walmart and people was recognizing her, a couple people here and there, and a fan wanted to take a picture, but she didn't want to get close to the person, so she told them, hey, take a picture of me and now act like I'm, shopping or whatnot. So she said she posed for this picture. The pictures happened to have came out when her eyes were bugged out a little bit more because of her thyroid stuff. I get that. She then showed a picture of her the same weekend, the same wig, just a different angle. Okay, the pictures look the exact same. The only difference is one of them she looks ghostly white and the other one she looks, you know what I'm saying, chocolatey brown. Not chocolatey brown, but like Kit Kat brown. But I'm like, the hair is the same, One photo does look worse, but they both look like her. She brought up, they was saying how I was, down and out. I was sad and depressed. I was all by myself. I was lonely this and I was lonely that. And, they were saying all this stuff. And, that's not true. I wasn't by myself. All that she brought up how the Kevins didn't want to go camping, but she loved camping. So she went camping. But the point of this story is, Wendy Williams said the point of the good thing about having your own show is that you can discuss your own rumors. Girl, is that lady baby or husband baby? Are y'all getting divorced? Did he get a house for her? Is he not getting divorced because he needs money to support his mistress? To say that I can dispel my own rumors and the one rumor you discuss in detail. I mean, from how she drove, what she was buying at the store at Walmart, all that shit. How she out there, this is the tent, that was the firewood, like in detail talking. But you ain't said not one word about your husband's mistress who had a baby? Is that your husband's baby or no? That's what you should be answering. I get it. It's very true. To have your own show is a blessing because you can dispel your own rumors. But you avoid the one rumor. We don't get no fuck about this picture. We don't care about this picture. Okay? You didn't discuss the picture of you going to work without your ring on. You didn't discuss that picture, but you wanted to discuss this one. Girl, Wendy needs to miss me with the bullshit. Okay? The bull of the shit of it all. And it's just aggravating that she's like perpetuating bullshit and wants to talk about what she wants. And it's her show. I completely get it's her show. But the statement that she made, I feel like she knew when she made it, she fucked up. Because the first thing I was going to say is, girl, okay, dispel this rumor. Is that your husband's baby? Yes or no? Anyway, so Beyonce has a Netflix special. It's coming on next Tuesday. It's called Homecoming. It is the behind the scenes, the creation, the practice, the all of stuff that went into her 2018 Coachella Performance Week. It was like a minute and a half or so teaser or trailer that came out. It's gonna be on Netflix. We see Baby Sir, we see Baby Rumor, we see Blue dancing, rehearsing with her mama. I'm like, is Blue up next? Blue's hair is so long, it's so luxurious, but Beyonce's hair is long. So it is what it is. Anyway, I feel a way, so I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna talk about it. I'm sure I'm gonna love it. Because whenever Beyonce does these behind the scenes specials about some concert she had or some production she put on, it's always amazing. I will say, I wish this came out sometime last year. Like, I wish this would have came out in like last year in like November. Like right around, Thanksgiving time or something. I feel like it's been a whole year. I'm like, not that I just feel I wish it came out earlier, but I'm happy it's coming out. I also feel like that means maybe some music is on the way. We shall see. But I'm very, 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 very excited. Excited. So yeah, I'm pretty sure everybody gonna get Netflix between Kevin Hart irresponsible tour comedy thing being on Netflix, this being on Netflix. There's Netflix is doing a thing. They really, really, really is. I told y'all I need to get my own Netflix account, but I don't have one. Anyway, we also Beyonce and the Reebok and the all that stuff. So somebody was doing a TV show interview. I don't even know who this man was. And he brought up the whole thing about Beyonce. We know she has a new deal with Adidas, and I can't wait. I love Adidas. Y'all see I got my shell toes out. I'm still trying to find me some top tens. I cannot find a top. If any of y'all see a top tens in a men's size 7.5, send them my way. I like men's shoes because they just look better. But so after that was announced, she partnered with Adidas to do her shoe line. This dude was on this show when he said, yeah, she has that deal. She went to try different people. He then said how she was in negotiations with Reebok. And he said, well, I had heard that while she was in negotiations for Reebok. Now, the key word that we should have knew it could not, maybe have not been true is I heard. And whenever someone says, I heard this, unless she was there for it, leave it be. But he said, I heard that Beyonce walked away from Reebok because she felt the company did not get her and it was not diverse enough. He said how she was in this meeting and they gave her the whole pitch and this and this and this and this and this. And, she said, why wait, like, is this going to be my team? And they said, well, yeah. And he said, and she was like, but none of these people represent, me, my heritage, or whatever, because it was not diverse enough. And so he said it made her take a step back and realize that she didn't want to partner with them when she realized you have me here and you don't have the know-how to at least surround me with people who know me if this is supposed to be about me. So and there's no tea, no shade, no nothing against white people, but I also would not work with a team full of only white people. I would not if I'm trying to express my experience, my taste. I feel like to do that, I need to be surrounded with people who are like-minded and who have the same thoughts and views as I do. And that does not mean only black people. It means I need some black people, okay? You know what I'm saying? I need some black folk. And I feel like you can't, Ellen Pompeo of Grey's Anatomy was saying, it was sometime last year, how she won't work on productions that does not have a diverse crew. Men, it can't be all men. It can't be all white men. We need some women of color, some, and not just black, Chinese, Asian, Hispanic, all of that, all of the colors in the rainbow. And Reebok came out and said, well, that ain't what happened. That is, it's false. I'm saying, we had many meetings, with Beyonce. And what was weird is that what they said was, we had many meetings with Beyonce after that. I feel like there was a meeting where she mentioned that it was not diverse enough. My thing is, they would have had to say it. We had many meetings after something, meaning she didn't leave us alone at that point. Which means, I think, so for me, Reebok confirms something happened. Period. Because to say that we were still in talks after this and this and this means something happened, and after that, y'all were still talking. What they were saying was she didn't have this one meeting and then never came back to us. She had that one meeting, told us what she ain't want to do. We talked a little bit more after that, but she still went with Adidas. I think it's great. I think more people should be like, I'm saying, I don't see enough of me here. If I don't see enough of me here, how can I feel like I'm being represented here? How can I feel like my voice is being heard here? So, strong J to Beyonce. So that was that. Solange pulls out of Coachella. I don't think it's surprising. Well, no, not. I don't think it's surprising, but it happens. She said it was due to production delays. Now, this was announced after a worker at Coachella, died over this weekend. He fell from high up by getting things set up. And I said, well, maybe production was being pushed back because somebody passed away, and whatever may have been needed for a set couldn't be handled in time because of that. Come to find out, what they're saying is allegedly, for Alex, her band, people in her band were getting sick one after the other, and they were trying to replace people here and there and everywhere. And which they meant by production delays was people working the show. They couldn't get it together because, again, when you're used to working with people and you have to replace people at the last moment, they have to learn the spots, the cues, the music, the dances, all that stuff. And if it doesn't come together, the production isn't right. So, production delays, it made sense. They could have said that things happen and, they couldn't get replacements or whatever. But, I get it. Hopefully, she comes back next year. You know what I'm saying? Solange is an artist in her own right. She's very, very, very talented, even though I listened to her new album once. I need to listen to it again. I might listen to it tonight as I'm editing this video. Put my AirPods in and just, tune out. But, I still love See What You Say. Okay? So, but luckily I'm happy it was nothing like that she wasn't sick or whatever. But, production issues happen, and sometimes you can replace people, but they may not be as good. Okay? Tamar was on Watch What Happens Live Sunday night, because y'all will get this Tuesday because it's like 1 o'clock in the morning. Tamar was on Watch What Happens Live Sunday night. It was her and a girl who plays this flute. I can't think of the girl's name is, but she's a talented flute player. A black woman, too. And, first of all, Tamar was irking all my nerves. Tamar and her antics and her extraness and her loudness and her just, all that is like, I don't want to hear that at 10 o'clock. I don't want to hear that. She's over the top loud. But she always is, so it is what it is. She was asked if she would ever consider being on Real Housewives of Atlanta. And then she said, I don't know. Andy, he like, well, I don't know. Answer the question. Like, Tamar, in my opinion, should not, I'm going to yell this, should not be on Real Housewives of Atlanta. I feel like Tamar is so combative. Tamar is so childish, and Tamar is so petty that she would not fit with the women. The reason Tamar worked on the show with her sisters is because it's her sisters. They can't not fuck with her no more. They could, and for a moment they didn't. But I feel like on that show, Tamar will be on there for like one season. She's team too much. No. Tamar is not made for Bravo. She isn't. She is aggravating times 10. And I am a Tamartian, but she's aggravating teen. Okay, I think she's fine over there on We. I know she said that her We contract is up after 7 years, but she's supposedly doing some little new show with just her and her man who she dating now, and whatnot. Stay on We TV, or if you go to another channel in this station, that's cool. But she don't need to be on Housewives. We barely like the cast now. It's barely enough room for who they're now. Like Nene, go the fuck away. But did I even want there? I don't know how I forgot to mention that, so we're gonna talk about that too. Anyway, but so she said that part. She also brings up how, because he asked her, well, I think maybe someone asked her about her leaving the real and how she wrote how she felt like somebody on the show, you know, had a hand in it. I didn't leave. I was fired. You know what I'm saying? And I do feel like, or I thought, I don't know for sure, but I do feel like someone on the, one of the ladies did whatever. But she then says how she does not want to keep discussing. She's moved past it. She's far past it. She's happy now. I'm like, I don't want to discuss things in my past. I'm like, yes, you do. You just don't want to discuss that thing. Let's just say that. Anyway, but I'm happy that she's moved past it. She's in a better place. But I wish she'd stop being so petty. You too old to be that petty. So, what did she say? Oh, they asked her about her and Lolo in the fight on Big Brother. She said, no one fought. Even said, I'm from Baltimore. Ain't nobody, all this bullshit. I feel like they did not fight. I feel like they were about to fight. So production cut the cameras and they stepped in. I don't think it was like, like nothing happened. I think y'all got into a very, 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 very heated argument. And they shut the cameras off to handle it. But don't act like nothing happened, girl. We know something. We seen it. Something happened. The Baltimore when you came out, and the Baltimore Lolo too, because she wasn't no punk bitch, and neither was you. So I mean, I don't think nothing happened. Nothing happened, but I also don't think that they fought. I don't think that happened. But whatever. And let's just hope Tamar just, girl, she can just be whatever. R. Kelly he made an IG post and he was like, I need y'all to leave me alone because I have an event coming up. I'm gonna be doing a club appearance or whatever, you know what I'm saying, over the weekend, and I gotta make my money, so I want y'all to just, y'all can just, you know what I'm saying, go easy on me. R. Kelly, we don't get no fuck about you, bruh. We get no fucks, zero fucks, negative one fuck, negative fucks about you. We don't care about you, bruh. I feel like when he do have shows or he doing whatever, just don't cover it. Don't cover it. Just act like, let that mean. Don't ignore him as if he's the plague. Okay, put it in the box over there and safety glass and leave it be. If people pay him to go to be seen, don't promote it. Like, don't promote it. Leave it be. Like, girl, as well. Look at me. Next, Jussie Smollett. So the city of Chicago, like, we want our money. Okay, so even though the charges against him was dropped and he forfeited his bond, okay, and even though everyone still believes he did it, okay, he did it, the city wants the money that they spent investigating this because the city feels like he did it. And his lawyer's like, he's not going to be intimidated to, make any payment or whatever. I feel two ways. I feel like there's a lot that's going on in Chicago that's more important than this. However, Jussie brought this upon himself because, again, I believe he had something to do with it. So I can't feel bad like, he didn't do anything and the police just fucking with him. No, I think he did it. And I think because he got off and he forfeited that money with the prosecuting office, I think the police and them like, nah, bruh, we spent $130,000 to investigate something that you concocted. We want our money. So that has to be dealt with in the court system or whatever. And he's fighting to not have to pay that money. I'm like, at this point, Jussie, pay the money and let it go away. I feel like if you keep fighting it where people feel like you're guilty, and that's hard to say because you don't want a person to say that you don't want someone who has not been found guilty to keep being looked at as guilty and being forced to pay money here, there, and everywhere. But I feel like this is one case where paying the money and letting it die down. Like, pay them the money, let it die down, about 6 months when Empire comes on, next year, whatever, we won't be thinking about it. Okay, but I feel like you going about it the way you're going about it, it keeps it in the news, and it keeps people looking at you in a bad way. I feel like you can really move past this completely if you just pay them their money, say fuck y'all, and move past it. So, girl, we'll see what's gonna happen because I would want my money back too. So next up, I'm gonna fly through these topics, girl. Felicity Huffman. For Felicity Huffman, who y'all know was on Desperate Housewives, she is one of the people in that whole college scandal. So y'all know she was on Desperate Housewives. The only other famous person is Aunt Becky, but this ain't about Aunt Becky. This is about Lori. I mean, this is about Felicity. So she has pleaded guilty to conspiracy to commit mail fraud and honest services mail fraud, and it was her along with 12 other parents and one coach who also pleaded guilty to whatever these charges are. So she was accused of paying Rick Singer $15,000 to rig her daughter's SAT testing, and which means her daughter had twice the amount of time to take the exam, and then even after that, they corrected her answers after she took it. And I'm like, if someone was, oh, my phone almost fell. If someone corrected her answers, I mean, why would she give more time to take it? I'm looking like, if you given double the time and you still get bad grades, you deserve it. So, I mean, she pleaded guilty, and she put out a whole statement. Wait, where is that? Okay. So her statement was, I am pleading guilty to the charge brought against me by the United States Attorney's Office. I am in full acceptance of my guilt, and with deep regret and shame over what I've done, I accept full responsibility for my actions and will accept the consequences that stem from those actions. I am ashamed of the pain I have caused my daughter, my family, my friends, my colleagues, and the educational community. I want to apologize to them, and especially I want to apologize to the students who work hard every day to get into college, and their parents who make tremendous sacrifices to support their children and do so honestly. My daughter knew absolutely nothing about my actions, and in my misguided and profoundly wrong way, I have portrayed her. This transgression toward her and the public I will carry for the rest of my life. My desire to help my daughter is no excuse to break the law or engage in dishonesty. And I'm like, well, you know what? That's very fucking true. Very fucking true. And now, even though Felicity has pleaded guilty, and so has those 13 other people, Becky has not pleaded guilty at all just yet. And she was the one who spent $500,000 for her two kids. Was it her two? Well, how many was her kids? So my thing is, if Felicity pleaded guilty and she only spent 15 grand, I feel like Aunt Becky, who spent 500,000 to, I think, just even get her kids in on like a sports scholarship or some sports shit on the crew team or whatever. I can't wait to see what her ass say, because she been walking around here all hot girl, smiling, signing autographs, taking selfie pictures with fans. I'm like, you was outside the courtroom, you out here was stealing, but not stealing, but stealing college seats, okay, from good college folk. Okay, but you outside the courtroom kissing babies and shaking hands and taking pictures and autographs and shit. Aunt Becky, Jussie would be very pissed at you. Jussie would be pissed. Michelle would be pissed. DJ, all of them would be pissed. Aunt Becky basically, paid to get Nikki and Alex in college. Fuck the church's money up. Anyway, we shall see what happens with her later on. Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan had a picture posted of them, and people are asking if they are insinuating there's going to be. Hold on. People are insinuating if they are saying it's going to be a Rush Hour 4. So this is the picture they put up, of them two together, holding up fours and whatnot. I'm going to say this, and I mean no disrespect. If he don't do a new Friday movie before he do a Rush Hour 4, fuck you, Chris Tucker. And I mean that in the most respectful way. Fuck you, Chris Tucker. I feel like we have been waiting for Smokey to get out of rehab for so many Fridays, for all the Fridays and all the work. To do a Rush Hour 4 before another Friday movie is some punk ass shit, okay? First of all, Rush Hour 3, what needing all that? Rush Hour 1 was the best. Rush Hour 2, okay. Rush Hour 3 was just for money. Just for money. So, Chris, don't you do no Rush Hour 4 if you not gonna do, the last Friday. Point blank. Period. Next up, I'm trying to get through these. I'm trying to get through these things. Whatever. Girl, Tiarra Marie and 50 Cent. So y'all know Tiarra Marie was trying to sue Akbar and 50 Cent for the sex tape stuff, and she lost. And 50 Cent was granted a $35,000 judgment. No, $30,000 by the judges for his lawyer fees that she has to pay him. Well, Tiarra Marie has not paid him, and she keeps telling everybody, I ain't got it. I ain't got it. I ain't got it. And her and 50 Cent be going back and forth on social media. I will say this. 50 Cent is a bully on social media. I don't follow him. I stopped following him a while ago. He says the most disrespectful things to women. I don't see how people praise him and stuff. It's the whole thing. It's the same thing how people was talking about, oh, how y'all mad at Kodak Black for what he said about Lauren London, but not what he said about Young and May. I kind of see that with 50 Cent too. He says the most rude shit to people, to women. He posted a picture and he put the words "cum dumpster" on Tiarra Marie lips. I don't see how he gets support. I mean, 50 Cent is a horrible person. He really, 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 really is. And the sad part about it is he's a talented person, but he's an asshole, and he irks all my fucking nerves. But Tiarra took things one step further. She made a song called "I Ain't Got It." Okay, she put it up on her. The link is on her IG account. The song is pretty good. The song is really, really good. It makes me feel like, Tiarra, you should be doing music anyway. Like, you're a talented homegirl. She also put out a shirt. It's like, you go to the eye doctor and you have to do your eye test. It has all the letters or whatever. It's like your seeing test or whatever. It's a shirt that's a vision test, and the letters spell out "I ain't got it." She's a fucking genius. If she's smart, she would sell them damn shirts and sell that damn song. Get that man $30,000 and then let him be somewhere miserable by his damn self. Let's just say that. He gets on all my nerves. Point blank and period. So, I'm going to do Nene first before I do this last thing that I'm going to go about. We all know the reunion came on last night. And people be really putting the whole thesis papers in my comment section. Jesus, Mary and Joseph. So, she went on a couple shows today, but she was on some called, I think it was called some show or whatever. And I'm hoping y'all can hear this.
On Cynthia and Candy, it's because I pressed them to do it. They would have never done it. Have you ever seen a finale that ended that way?
That's at the beginning of it.
Never.
Let me see if I can get it back in the beginning.
The reason they caught that clip on Cynthia and Candy is because I pressed them to do it. They would have never done it. Have you ever seen a finale that ended that way? Never. No. The finale usually ends with everybody in one place happy and they show what's going on in your life. I went to the producers and literally begged. Not the producer. I called all the way to New York to the executives and spoke to them and said, listen, this girl is stabbing me behind my back and I'm telling you guys, I want you guys to catch it. Yeah. And when that happened at that finale, I said to them, please let me do a sit down with her. Please. And when we did the sit down, that's when they caught it.
Which never happens. The sit down, like normally when you shoot a finale, then you're done. But now they let
you. What never happens is that we roll into a whole nother scene.
Yeah.
Right. The finale ends, that's it.
Yeah.
I begged them to let's go back. I said, I'm telling you, there's everything that happened at that party. She set me up. Please, let's do it. I begged them. They can all tell you up top, honey, that Nene Leakes call. I bet you she can't tell you that. The reason they call.
So she was on the show called The Daily Pop today. And I did not mean to lock my phone. When she was on the show, she was talking about Cynthia and the whole season finale and the whole thing where, Cynthia got caught up. Nene is still miserable in her life. And I feel like for her to say that she knew that Cynthia was setting her up, so she called the executives to have them basically spy on Cynthia to get some kind of evidence. And I still feel like they didn't get shit. For her to say, yeah, they got that information because we had the other sit down. Nene, what setup? What do you think they setting you up for? Like, what do you think is happening? The fact that you are so bothered that they would want Kenya back on the show, as if Kenya was not on the show for multiple seasons. And if out your own mouth you say how you don't have no issue with Kenya, how you think it's Cynthia who made some kind of fake issue between you and Kenya. Like, I mean, no, but you don't have an issue with Kenya, not Cynthia. But you think that Cynthia is who is starting beef between you and Kenya. You full of shit. You're full of shit. And to say, they wouldn't have caught it had I not told them to do that. So you had them spying on your friend. That's what's not friendship. Again, this whole season, Cynthia was going about things as if her and Nene was friends. From Nene's own mouth, she would have the producers spying on Cynthia. Flat out spying on Cynthia. I think that's some fake and fugazi ass shit. Let me say that. It makes Nene look worse. It makes Nene look pathetic, because you feel like anything if anyone is friends with someone who you don't like, you think it's an attack on you. They friendship with Kenya ain't got shit to do with you. What makes you feel like? I don't get it. Nene is a fucking buffoon. This buffoonery all up and through. And she talking, I knew she was setting me up. No, you was setting her up. You set Cynthia up to where anything she said, it made it seem like it was sneaky. You know what I'm saying? I told y'all when they put her words up and said, oh, I'm supposed to act like I ain't know. I said, I don't think Cynthia said that. That ain't what I heard. That ain't what I heard. Okay, let me say that. And then it makes sense for someone to say, Cynthia didn't know. Cynthia never said that she did not invite Kenya. Her point was, Kenya told me she wasn't coming. I didn't know she was coming. And when she came, I was shocked. Candy and Cynthia set this shit up. Nene, no one sent you up to your hairdresser and your makeup artist. Girl, she just irks all my nerves. And then my last. So Elizabeth Hackleback from The View. If y'all remember her from The View, a while ago. That's Elizabeth. So she used to be one of the people on The View. She is the liberal Republican person who they usually have on there. So was Variety? Variety leaked audio of Elizabeth backstage, girl, cussing and fussing, pissed off at Barbara. And this to me connects to Meghan McCain's punk ass, who I'm going to get to in 1 second. So listen to this a little bit. They were on the show talking about abortion and a person's right to choose and this and that. So people had different opinions. And when Elizabeth got all hype and all up in her feelings, Barbara said, okay, let's calm down. We all have to be able to not get so, emotional, get all so frazzled, whatever. We have to be able to be calm and, discuss things and all that. And this was her response.
Fuck that. I'm not going to sit there and get reprimanded on the air. I am not going to get reprimanded on. No, it's not okay to sit there and get reprimanded on the air. You know what? Then talk if you want to talk.
I know.
What the fuck? Like I'm not even getting. I'm not going back out there. I'm not going back out there.
Come into my office here.
No, I'm not going back out there. You know what? I can take it in the meeting room. I'm not taking it out there on air.
Okay, honey.
I'm not taking it.
I hear what you're saying, because I have shit.
What the fuck? I don't even swear. She has me swearing. This woman's driving me nuts.
You swear.
I know. Don't.
I'm not going. I'm not going back out. I can't do the show like this. She just reprimanded me. She knew exactly what she was doing.
I know.
Goodbye. I'm off. Write about that in the New York fucking Post.
So, it went on for a couple more minutes. So, if people kept crowding me and saying, "Oh my God, that is like white privilege. You're just so upset or whatever. You're going to have a look." She was having that tantrum in the between the commercial. They went to commercial and she stormed off set and quit The View on this particular day. And it's funny because she ended up coming back on stage or whatever, and her and Barbara hugged it out or whatnot. But it's like people sometimes can't take other people's opinions, and then they fly off the handle. Girl, you are teen too much, okay? And it just kind of shows how they're like, "Oh, The View was great," but behind the scenes, it do be a lot of bullshit because no one ever knew until now that she was pissed. She can't do that to me. I fucking quit. I ain't going back. It was like four more. It was like how many more minutes of it? I keep locking my phone. It was 3 more minutes of her just talking. And she was like leaving and going down to her dressing room from the thing. But again, it's a live show, and they were on commercial break.
She doesn't want to come back on.
She has to. Bill, she has to. This is why we shouldn't have done this discussion.
Walked off the show.
Well, that's ridiculous.
I tried to stop her.
That is ridiculous.
She's gone.
We've got to be able to have these discussions.
I quit.
What are you doing?
I'm quitting.
And then she quit.
I don't need to be reprimanded on air like that by this woman. I will take it in the meeting. I will not take that on air. I will not take it on air. I'm over. They can do the second. I'm leaving.
What did they say?
Barbara just fully reprimanded me live on the show to everybody in America. Bill, I don't want to go up there. I will take it in the meeting. I am not taking it up there.
Now, the crazy part is that's not even really what happened. I'll try to play
To other people's opinions.
right.
And not go so crazy that you don't listen to anybody.
I'm here. Step, Barbara.
I know, but everybody has strong opinions. And there are many other arguments that other people could give you. I think the most important thing, which is what we see today, is we've got to be able to have these discussions and listen to other people's opinions.
right.
And not go so crazy that you don't listen to anybody's
I heard
opinion.
everything you said. I just am emphatic
I
with...
really started.
Well,
And it's not just my opinion, but we have to go on and we have to learn how to discuss these things in some sort of rational way.
Let's see what
They're
Sally.
and that was really all that Barbara said. So it wasn't no reprimand. It wasn't, Elizabeth, don't do that. It was white women sometimes just has this thing about them where they feel overly attacked. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God. And it's like girls think too much. So that's one thing. But this shit, okay. So the Elizabeth stuff came out, and then the Meghan shit. So if y'all watch The View, I watch The View. I record The View and I watch it. Girl, today, I feel like Elizabeth is just like Meghan, or Meghan is just like Elizabeth, but except Meghan is 100 times worse because she does it every day. So if y'all don't know, I can't stand Meghan McCain. I cannot stand her as a person. Not because of her that she's a Republican, not even because of her opinion. Everyone has a right to their opinion. I can't stand her holier than thou attitude. So on today's episode of The View, they were talking about different stuff. And Meghan kept talking, gave her points. Everybody gave her time to talk. When Joy then started talking, and she was saying this and saying that, trying to give her opinion, Meghan, as she always does, kept interrupting Joy. Joy then said, well, hold up. Matter of fact, let me let y'all hear it. I'm being fancy pulling audio because I'll be posting stuff on my page.
The house, give them food, help their children.
Even
Stop the crime rates.
Well, we've had a bunch of liberal guests who do not want to send in aid
I
at
listen
all.
to you. Let me just finish.
Yeah, part of your job is to listen to me.
Okay, so here's the deal. Here's what's not going to happen today. We're not going to do this. Everybody gets a conversation piece. Everybody gets to say their piece, and we don't need to comment if we don't like what we're hearing. Just let folks talk. Yeah. So finish what you're saying. I forgot what it was now. All right. Solvents, give them a house, give them food, help their children.
Even
Stop the crime rates.
Well, we've had a bunch of liberal guests who do not want to send in aid
I
at
listen
all.
to you. Let me just finish.
Yeah, part of your job is to listen to me.
Okay, so here's the deal.
They need to fire Meghan McCain. Meghan McCain is a bitch. Meghan McCain feels like because she is her father's daughter that she has that her opinion matters more than most. Meghan, get your own fucking show. The View is not the Meghan McCain show. It's not the Meghan McCain hour. It's not let's all sit here and listen to Meghan McCain. I don't know why you believe that you have the best and all the knowledge of the world and that only your opinion matters. There was a clip of her. I won't play it, but it was I think maybe November, December last year, where Joy was trying to say something about how she was going to be if she had to vote for someone who has like one issue, a president who had like a president on a one issue thing, like it would be this. But Joy, I don't want to hear that. And Joy said, "Well, this is my opinion. I don't care. I don't care what you." And it's like, how? What, bitch? Look, Meghan needs to either be fired or they need to force her to give a public apology to Joy. Last week, because y'all know Whoopi Goldberg was off because she had like a little bug, because she was back in the hospital, but she's back now. She's great. And last week when they were talking, Meghan said about Joy, see, this is why I hate Whoopi isn't here and you're there. And when she said it, people was looking like, she's a fucking child. Meghan is worse than Elizabeth. Period. The best person who they had in that seat was Jedediah Bila. I loved her, even though there were many things that she said that I didn't agree with. I respected how she respected other people's opinions, and when they did debate, she was never childish. Meghan is childish. She was bad before her father passed away. She's worse now. She needs to be fired. I seen someone post it was like a little a parody, not a parody. It was a clip. It was a clip full of every time Meghan said her father. She consistently mentions her father because he is the great John McCain, and may he rest in peace. However, Meghan, you're not your father. You're not. You are what I call the visualization of white privilege. You feel like because you're John McCain's daughter that you just have this license to say and do whatever. But it makes you look like a piece of shit. How you act on this show. It makes you look small. It makes you look petty. It makes you seem bitter, bitch. It is frustrating. And again, it's not about her opinions. She has the right to her opinions. It's the fact that Meghan McCain feels like her opinion is facts. Everyone else's opinion is an opinion and it's false. And if you don't see her things her way, she gets in a tizzy. She makes noises. When she said to Joy, "You're paid. You're part of your job is to listen to me," and she flipped her hair, and I was like, "Bitch!" And Joy had that same look, like, "Bitch, I will smack you." And had Whoopi not stepped in and just said, "Hey, we're not gonna have that bullshit," and I feel like it's because she was seeing what was happening when she isn't here. They need to check that bitch, okay? They usually will always check the person who sat in that chair. The person who sits in Meghan's chair has always been that, right-wing, liberal, Republican person one way or another. And for the most part, whoever was sitting there got it as much as they gave it. They don't do that. No, Whoopi don't do that to Meghan as she used to give it to other people. I know that because I watch it every day, and it's frustrating to see Meghan get away with just being rude to the other ladies. Just rude for no fucking just because she feel like she can't keep talking. This ain't your show, bitch. It ain't your show at all. Okay, if you want your own show, go do one. I won't ever watch it, okay? But when you're on this show, you should at least respect the other ladies. That does not mean they're going to disagree. But the way that Meghan does it is like a spoiled brat. She is a privileged, entitled white woman. Through and through. And that's no tea, no shade. That's just not being racist. That is pure fact. A lot of people who are Caucasian ask me, when they say, what does white privilege mean? Meghan McCain. Meghan McCain and how she acts on The View is an example of visualization, I can't say the word right, of white privilege. Period. Okay? And I'm done. It was a long gossip chat, but I'm done. It's only 1:30 in the morning, and I will talk to y'all later. Peace.
He's like love, love, love.